Today's video, I'm going to show you how we've turned a $300 investment in paid ads into a $20,000 web design agency on recurring. So $20,000 just not out of one-off project, it's on recurring. I mean, every month we're going to make more. And if we sign more clients, we're going to make more than that, right? In just less than 5 weeks. And I'm going to share with you everything with proofs, the strategy that we followed and everything else. But we start with $300 is that $300 is what we paid out of pocket, meaning $300 is what we paid out of pocket to scale that agency to 20K. And the rest was just invested from the positive cash flow that we generated from that agency. So now that we get this all out of the way, why you should listen to me? The reason you should listen to me is because I scaled my own web design agency, Systemic Ascent, over $90,000 last month. I scaled another web design agency called Allwood Funnel from Lewis to over $55,000 run rate right now. I've scaled Evo Media, another web design agency, to over $75,000 run rate right now. And just recently, and that's the most important case study I want to cover in this video. Just recently, web design agency, we started on the 25th of March, right? So, and then from the 25th of March till the end of April, meaning that's around like 35 days, in average, we've took that web design agency from literally nothing, $0 in revenue, to over $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue with a $300 investment. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy we followed. I'm going to show you the exact ads with you, the strategy, the creatives, the VSL, the copy, the sales process, the service delivery, and also the upsells. And actually, I can confidently say, I can guarantee you that the knowledge that you're going to get from this video, I would say it's very high. There is a 99% chance that it's new knowledge to you, because all this knowledge I'm going to show you in this video came from trial and error. Came from starting multiple web design agencies and doing it multiple times and having proof of concept. And actually, if you go and apply this knowledge and you execute on it, and there is no reason for you to not scale your own web design agency to over $10,000 per month. So now, how I went about scaling a new web design agency to over $20,000 a month in revenue. I'm gonna say very simple. So now we get all this out of the way. How we went about scaling a new web design agency in 35 days using a $300 investment, a very, very, very small capital for over $20,000 in MRR in 35 days. First of all, we start by using one ICP, one niche only. And this niche is inside the contractors niche. No, the contractors is not a niche. That's a macro niche. There is a lot of niches inside contractors, and this niche is inside of it. So there is a lot of niches inside contractors niche. And choosing a niche, a good niche, could be a make or break for your agency. A lot of people say like, hey, you can make money with any niche. Yeah, that's a fact. You can make money with any niche. If you actually like web design like me and you want to scale a web design agency past $10, $20, and $30,000 per month, then check out the offer that we have below. So basically what we do is we scale web design agencies to multiple six figures using one client acquisition system, one offer, one pricing, and 3 upsells. And basically we take only a small commission out of them. So that means if you don't sign any new clients, you don't pay. Simple as that. So if you want to learn more about it, check out the offer that I have below, and you can check out all the amazing testimonials from students that we helped scale their agencies past 10 grand a month. But choosing a wrong glitch could be basically the difference between someone making like $30,000 a month with the same effort, and you basically can go and apply the same effort and you're only going to make $5,000 or $6,000 per month. It's not just because of your efforts, not because of your strategies, because the niche that you work with is broke, that doesn't have the money, doesn't see the potential in the opportunity that you're going to present. So when choosing a niche inside the contractors niche, you should keep in mind that the minimum ticket size that this niche would be paid by an average job would be a minimum around $500. If it's less than $500, this niche is only, say you're gonna go out there and work with painters, and painters don't make a lot of money, only make probably sometimes $300. They're not at that $500 minimum. This niche is instantly excluded. You got what I'm saying? If a niche is making minimum $500 per job, probably even more, $2,500 per average job. The higher the average ticket size per single job, the better. Meaning if you help this niche get just an extra 10 jobs a week, if this niche is getting $200 per job, that's $2K. But if this niche is getting just $3,500 per job, that's $35,000 per week, right? So the same effort, but the other niche seeing high increase, and they can pay more money because you're generating more money for them. Very simple. So right now they're choosing our niche inside the contractor niche using the filters I've told you. Next step is basically creating the offer. And there is multitude of ways you can create this offer, but if you want to follow the same offer, make 20 grand in less than 5 weeks, here it is. So basically for the offer, we create a website between $1,000 to $10,000 per month, and that's one-offs, okay? Then we basically sell them appointments, and we sell them each appointment for $125, and the minimum package is 20 appointments for $2,500. So they basically, instead of paying us per retainers, why this is very important, listen to me, because you got to think about it in this way. 99% of agencies pitching these contractors, they're getting pitched by 10 different agencies before they talk to you. Now the first one is going to have a conversation with them. So when we frame it, this is like, look, I know I've been pitched by so many other agencies and all they want is retainers. So they want $1K, $1,500, $2,000 a month. And the problem with this retainer is they don't care if you get results or not. They're not basically entitled to get you results because they're getting paid anyways. If they get you results, not get you results, they're getting paid. And I would get them to agree on this. Like, yes, I agree, that sucks and this and that. So for us, the way we work, we charge you only per appointment. So we charge you $125 per appointment. And as long as it makes financially sense for you, meaning you're getting paid at least $2,500 per project, right? So if I get you 10 appointments, what's your close rate? Your close rate is 30% at the moment. Great. So that means you close at least from every 10 appointments I'll get you, you pay around $1,250. And you close 3 appointments. If you close 3 jobs from it, that's a $7,500 ROI that you're gonna get from investing $1,250 with me. So as long as the math makes sense for them, it's a no-brainer, okay? And the other objection they'll give you is like, all right, I like that, I wanna pay per appointment. The other objection they might give you is like, I want to pay per 1 appointment, 2 appointments. I don't want to pay the 20 up front. And then we tell them, hey, the reason we tell you to pay for 20 appointments up front is because this is not Angie's List. This is not Home Advisor. We give you these appointments, give it to 5 of your competitors instead. Like, we actually install a system inside your company where each appointment that we get on you, you own this appointment. And actually, the reason we're charging you for 20 appointments is because as it's cost for setting up the system and installing everything else, it's not worth it for us if we don't have an upfront commitment that you're gonna get at least 20 appointments. Because guess what? We'll not be in business if we're only profiting these 20 appointments. Of course, the goal from this relationship for me is to get you these 20 appointments as soon as possible. You see positive ROI out of them. And after you get this 20 appointments and you're profitable, next time you're gonna buy 50 appointments from me. Next time you're gonna buy 100 appointments from me. And there's the strategy we use to sell the software. So a lot of you might be asking right now, how do you get them these appointments? I use something called Google Guarantee. I don't have the time to explain Google Guarantee in this video. Maybe I can make a video about it in the future if a lot of people are interested. But basically we use Google Guarantee as a mechanism to get these people appointments. Plus, everything is connected, as I said, right? If they don't have an optimized website, this Google Guarantee ad is not gonna work fine. So they need an optimized website, right? If they do have a good amount of reviews, they're not gonna get good appointments because guess what? The way Google Guarantee works, if they don't have good reviews, they're not gonna get shown at the top of their ad, even if they're paying money to Google. So right now we can sell them, as I said, websites, database reactivation, go high level to boost their reviews. And now they get a lot of appointments and they actually like seeing ROI out of it. But right now we created a different problem for them. And guess what? What that next problem that you've created for them is basically they don't have the capacity to handle all these appointments that you're throwing their way. They don't have that capacity because getting them an appointment is not the end of the story. They still got to follow up with these appointments. They still got to follow up with these leads. The sales cycle sometimes could be like 3, 4, 5 weeks. And if you don't have the right follow-ups, if you don't have time to follow up with all these leads, they're going to die. And you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. And they realize that because right now they have a lot of appointments. Like, I don't have time on my hand right now to do my job and to handle all these appointments, handle the follow-ups. Like, they realize it. And now we created a different problem. We sold them on the AI infrastructure. So I tell them right now, listen, you have 2 options. Either we follow up with these appointments and it's impossible because you don't have time, or you could hire like a salesperson. How much a salesperson will cost you in the state? 50, 60 grand a year? That's a lot of money. That's 1 salesperson, right? It's probably gonna work how much? 8 hours a day? Listen, we'll put an AI infrastructure inside your business with 4 salespeople and you can work 24 hours on 24 and you basically just pay us $8,000 up front and you'll have this whole infrastructure for the rest of your life. So that's how we upsell them to the AI infrastructure. That's how we sell them the appointment setting. And that's how we sell them the websites. It's all part of the journey. We don't sell them everything at once, right? It had to make sense. They have to be inside of the system and they have to realize and conclude by themselves that's something that they need right now. If you don't make them realize it, they're not gonna buy it. Simple. So now we get this out of the way. Man, I'm sharing with you like some real sauce here. I appreciate if you can subscribe and drop a like button because what I'm sharing with you is something that we're using right now inside our agency. Like most gurus out there, they'll show you outdated information from 2019, 2018 and tell you like, hey, go and get it because all they care about is views. I don't give a damn if I get 50 views on this video as long as I know that it's like 5 or 10 people that are going to go and apply this knowledge and get clients. Because every time I get a message on my IG saying, hey, Safani, if I applied this, I got 4 or 5 clients. I'm happy right now. I sold 5, 6 websites. I'm happy with that. I don't care if my video get 10,000 views and there's nobody that benefit from it. So now we get this out of the way. We finalize the niche. We finalize the offer, right? The service delivery. As I said, the service delivery is easy. You're just going to deliver the services that we sold. Of course, I cannot cover all that in this video. Right now, we're going to go back to the client acquisition, all right? How we got these clients. And of course, the most important question at the top of this video, how we invested only $300 to build a $20,000 MR agency. So first of all, you gotta understand the reason we invested only $300 because when it comes down to ads right now, to get to $20,000, we invested close to around $2,100 to $2,200 in ads. Okay, $2,100, $2,200 in ads with basically a cost per lead of like $20 to $26. got us about $20,000 web design agency in like less than 5 weeks. But the thing that you gotta understand is the most important question is how much you put out of your pocket in ads. And the answer is $200 because for us, for the first $300 is the only money that we put out of our pocket. We got the first client, and from that we took the profit and invested that money in ads. We second the second client, third client, fourth clients, and we only basically spent $2,200 in total, and we scaled that agency to 20K, meaning that is around like 10x ROI. But a lot of you guys are afraid from ads because you think like, hey, I don't have $2,000. The whole point of running ads is to get clients per ads. Like, bro, listen, like I've tried all the outreach methods that you could, think of. I've been in this game since 2018. I've tried literally everything. There is nothing that comes in my mind that is basically faster to land clients other than ads. I can have an ad launch tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll be landing clients in less than like 5 days. If I don't land client 5 days, I'll freak out. Something crazy going on. And I'm not like just only getting these results. Like I have tons of clients that like landing clients from their first day on ads. And this shit is just a routine. It's on the regular. So listen, for the ad strategy, it's very simple. When it comes to the ad, it all comes down to two things, right? Your ad creatives and your testing strategy. I'm gonna tell you exactly what we use. So for our ad creatives, you're gonna have either a crazy offer or a crazy risk reversal. And you gotta call out the IC. What I mean by risk reversal is like, hey, if I don't get you these appointments in 2 months, I will refund you the money. I don't pay you $1,000 for wasting your time. Okay? A lot of you might get scared from that, but like we don't actually give, guarantees that we know we can't respect, because even if we say that all the time in our ads, we know like we never had to pay someone $1,000 because we never work with a niche that we know we're not going to deliver. So as I said, a risk reversal, we call out the ICP and we have a crazy offer, and we make sure that we add social proof in our ad creative. What I mean by the ad creative is the video. A lot of you guys are putting out all their static ads. Don't put static ads. It's a waste of money. You're not going to get qualified clients from static ads. You need a video creative. And of course, you've seen a lot of videos out there say like, hey, you can have an AI shoot that video creative. Hell no. That's not going to work. I've tried that before. You're gonna have a human being. You should record these ad creatives yourself. That's why I'm recording my ad creatives myself. Even if there's a lot of AI, even if like if I can hire someone to do it, but that's a money-making activity. That's something I know how to do. So if you master that skill of recording ad creatives, you're gonna always make money, you're gonna always print money when it comes to ads. So now that we have our ads already, how we go out there about recording ads? So every time I wanna test a new niche, I record about 5 hooks and 3 bodies, right? The hooks is like the first 20, 30 seconds of the ads, and the bodies is the rest of the ad, right? The reason I'm recording 5 hooks and 3 bodies, because I need 15 ads to test inside Facebook in the beginning. 5 hooks and 3 bodies, 5 times 3, those are 15 ads that I'm getting right away. And I can test those. So right away after testing those 15 ads inside Facebook, right, and all these ads are inside one campaign, and I basically let Facebook decide which ad creative is better, and Facebook would basically give the budget to the ad creative that's driving better results, right? That's how Facebook works in 2025. So out of this testing, I'll just let it run for like 3-5 days. And usually what will happen is you're gonna get out of this 15 ads, you get about like 3 or 4 ads that are performing very well, right? And the rest are just like flopping right away. So what I will do is I will kill right away, I'll kill the ads that are flopping, and I'll keep those 3 to 4 ads active. Just by doing that, it will instantly drop my cost per lead. I'll let those ads run, and that inside the contract niche would get me minimum around $25 cost per lead if I do all that. So now I have 3-4 winner ads, and I know they work pretty well. So now the second step, basically, I'm gonna sit down and study these 4 ads and basically compare them against the losers and say what made these ads winners. Is it the hook? Is it basically like the social proof added in the beginning? There's tons of variables that might have influenced the success of this ad. So I have to identify those variables. Right now, from my experience, because I've been doing this for a while, I smell in the air, right? This ad worked because of this, because of that. But in the beginning, it will take you time, right? If you can make your brain work and you sit out there, you identify what made this ad work, you will basically note it down and then create another 5 hooks and 3 bodies, amplifying on the winners, amplifying on the variables that work very well, right? And you're gonna keep doing this every 2 weeks just for you to not get ad fatigue. Because if you have 3 or 4 winners, you think we can keep running those like for 2 months. Nah, you're mistaken. You're gonna lose a bunch of money in ads because there's something called ad fatigue. People are gonna see like high frequency of your ad and they're not gonna, it's not gonna perform. So you should always amplify on your winners every 2 to 3 weeks. And that's something that we start using as well, is we'll have a different person on the ad. It's not just gonna be me, because people are gonna get tired of seeing that one person in the ad all the time. But if we can have like 3 or 4 or 5 people, we get even like better results. So that's the end of the video, and hope you get enough value from it. and let me know what you want me to cover next. And if you have aspiration, if you want to actually go and scale your agency to $20,000 and $30,000 per month using ads, because even with all the information I'm giving you here on YouTube, the only thing that you're lacking is context. I'm sharing you the right information, but you don't know like where we started and what we finished. Like it's not complete information because it's impossible for me to have all the information on YouTube. If you want the complete information, if you want a no-brainer guide and to basically eliminate guesswork and scale your web design agency past $20,000 and $30,000 per month, then check out the offer that we have below and check out all the web design agencies that we just helped recently scale to this $20,000 and $30,000 per month. See you soon. Cheers.